back to Skippers, presented by Owners Box Fantasy Sports. Today's segment, Monday Mailbag on a Tuesday. Sorry for the mix-up, long weekend for the boys. We had some fun, ready to get back in the lab and answer your fantasy baseball questions. Avery Chenier, Andrew Boyer, Jeremy Roach, and once again, the man asking the questions, Tyler McKillop. Tyler, let's get right into it.
You've got mail.
Thank you for having me back. Lucky me. First question, when should we expect Wander Franco Up? Trade over the week or over the weekend. Help my minor league baseball mind figure this one out.
Okay, Jeremy, you say what you told me.
So there's a second. A lot of people don't. There's obviously the service time deadline.
Yeah, that manipulation has been going on for much too long. They need to change that in the next CBA.
Yes.
Or else someone needs to be fired.
And then there's a second deadline, which affects some sort of contract with money and arbitration years.
Does that surprise you that the Tampa Bay Rays are trying to manipulate money?
Like I'm gonna say it, but they're just cheap fucks. Let's be honest here. Like any other team is bringing up Wander Franco. Service time is enough, but you make this trade and everyone's like, Wander Franco's going up. Wander Franco's going up.
Who was it? Taylor Walls?
Like it looked like they were just giving him away to make space.
Yeah.
And they're just teasing everyone for Wander Franco. So
and Vidal Brujan too. There
yes, that too. Which they're probably doing the same thing they want to do with Franco here. But I guess mid-June is when we should expect, or early. There's no point now. I mean, I would be shocked.
10-game winning streak without him, right? So there's really no rush.
Yeah, like they're playing well. Like at this point.
Okay, one's the number one prospect, and the other guy was like a
but why? Like
top
if they're
200 prospect.
If that deadline is reached, why? If I'm the Rays, I'm not bringing them up at this point. Why?
If the deadline's reached,
there's no
week
and a half from them saving a whole bunch of money in the future, they're just gonna wait.
But he'll still be up. Like
he'll be up when that deadline is reached.
For sure. Yeah. Like there's no
maybe
doubt
a couple
about
days
that.
later, not to make it look suspicious.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be a big issue that they need to deal with in the CBA.
Yeah,
it's
especially the way this work is bullshit. They can't have this happen.
Especially
I mean, a lot of teams are doing it. But
the Mariners GM had those blatant comments or president saying that Kalenic staying down for the manipulation.
I mean,
Jays did
everyone
it with Vlad.
knows that. That's like
the fact that everyone like the MLB is seeing teams like literally do it when a prospect's ready to come up. They need to fix that.
100%.
Second question, T-Mac.
Speaking of Rays mismanagement of players, out in San Diego, Blake Snell, what's going on?
So he's just not that good of a pitcher.
Yeah, I mean, I was on the side where like I really did think that going to the Padres was going to be awesome for Blake Snell. We were going to, like, what we saw in playoffs was, like, what do you go, like, when he got pulled there?
It was in the 6th or something, yeah.
Was it 6th or was it, like, 7th or 8th?
And it was a 5th in the World Series.
Okay, so he gets pulled and everyone's pissed off, and then it's like, okay, he's going to go to the Padres and he's going to be able to go deep into games, and they're going to let him pitch. And now it's like he can't go deep into games.
Maybe it wasn't the Rays manipulating or
maybe it wasn't the Rays
from going innings. He just isn't that good at doing it.
Like, are we going to look back and, like, this is going to be an amazing trade for the Rays? Like, I think so. It always happens when they get these prospects. Like, I'm not even sure who went the Rays size. But either way, I feel like we're going to find out in 2 years.
Patino.
And we're gonna, okay.
Luis Patino.
Yeah, which he's looked pretty decent pitching.
Yeah, he just got hurt.
But I think that, I mean, Snell, like, good strikeout pitcher, but at what point do you trade strikeouts for actually becoming a solid pitcher that can go deep into games?
The only time he was good is when he has all his stuff working, and that was in the World Series. That's the best Blake Snell we've ever seen.
Yes.
Also, didn't he win the Cy Young too?
Yes, he did.
That was pretty good Blake Snell too. But after that, his like xFIP is like pretty high, but that takes into account a bunch of different things. It doesn't like really predict what's happening. The strikeouts are there, but like the contact rate is just, it's so weird. You think he would go to the NL and he would be better too?
Yeah, you're
facing a whole ass less hitter. Like, as a starting pitcher, you have at least 2 turns if you're facing the other pitcher that are just free outs.
Yeah, free. Like, he should be going. Everything is saying he should be
he's
going
almost
deeper
throwing
into
one
games.
full inning against a pitcher spot in every start if he's throwing well.
Yeah, man, like, I don't even know what you do with Blake Snell. If you're a fantasy owner, like, you could sell him, but for what
I'm not buying him.
No, I'm not buying him. That's for sure. So,
would you rather have Blake Snell or Luis Castillo the rest of the year?
Snell.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have Snell.
And I'll take Luis Castillo.
You look for an owner that still sees him as a Cy Young winner.
Well, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, and then you just make a trade.
I mean, I'm Luis Castillo, no doubt on that one. All right, T-Mac, next question.
All right. Avery and Jeremy were I thought they were going to fight this morning, so I'm really excited to see how this goes. We'll ring the bell here for this one. What are we going to, or what should we be expecting from Alek Manoah?
Okay, these are two different. This question and what we were fighting about were two different things, right?
Yeah.
So what should we expect from Alek Manoah in his first start or rest of the year? What do you want? What would you say, T-Mac? What do you think the question was, T-Mac? Just like first start, or just what to expect from him this year?
Yeah, I would assume it's people were clamoring to make that pickup last night, and now they want to know, is this going to be a week? Is this going to be someone that'll stick on their roster?
So, I mean, just rocketing up the rankings right now after 9 professional starts, which is kind of crazy for people who have just looked into all these prospects for so long. He's a number 9 Jays prospect. Wasn't a lot of talk on him.
No,
before
at
the
all
season.
coming into the season, really.
But great spring. What do you expect from Alek Manoah? Do you think he's going to make more starts in AAA or the majors this year?
Majors.
I think majors.
He came up not because of an injury. He came up because of his talent.
Yeah.
So it's not replacing an injured starter. They called him up to see if he could be a starter.
Yeah, they call him up to stick.
Okay, now let's fight. Sure. Let's fight. So what were we fighting about?
We're fighting about, is it the right choice?
No, okay.
Is it the right choice for the Jays to bring him up?
And you said why not?
Yeah, it's not like as a Jays fan.
You said it was a desperate move.
It seems desperate.
Saying, no shit, it's a desperate
why
move.
not? I know
because they can't pitch.
They gave up 14 runs yesterday.
I know, but you're rushing your future. That's what you're doing.
Are you rushing him, an advanced college pitcher?
Yes, 100%. Look what's happened.
This is an 18-year-old that you signed internationally when he was way too young. He's just a flamethrower. Yes, but this is an advanced college pitcher. He was advanced at the college level. He's shown he's advanced already in the minors. He's not getting better playing in the minors right now, and he has no help to the Toronto Blue Jays organization being in AAA.
I mean, you can't say that he's not getting
he's
come on.
Is he developing?
I mean, he's only had 9 starts, so he's definitely still developing.
You can develop in the majors.
No. That's how
you need to win games. It's not about, there's no...
Okay, who do you want to have, Ross Stripling or Alek Manoah?
Well, that's not the point of the conversation.
Okay, yes, that's who he's replacing.
Not the conversation. Then let's just bring up all our top prospects.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Austin Martin.
We're not going to do that. Yeah, let's bring up Austin Martin
and we give them 2 years to be dog shit. We get another 2 first overall picks, and we're the best team in baseball.
They're contending now.
They're not contending now. We're so far away. It's just you guys are being blinded by how sexy this lineup is. We're so far away on the map.
We're not even close to finishing this year.
Simeon Woods Richardson's been okay. He's not that close either.
I was Marcus Simeon.
Marcus Simeon, okay.
He's a 1-year contract.
Yeah,
times now.
They're definitely...
Okay, then you call it Grosjeans instead.
This team is ready to win the division if they get another pitcher.
Yes. If you think this management team is going to make a move for a big time pitcher,
I do think they will. I still think they will.
They don't think they're ready for it.
What do you think they're doing?
They made that David Price move when they were contending.
Oh my God.
These teams, that team was here.
Whoa, let's rewind. They were not top of the line when they went to go make those trades. They were not dominating their division.
No, that doesn't matter, but the skill level of their team.
Their skill level was not very good at that point.
It was the opportunity in division of how the other teams were playing, where they thought they ranked if they made the trades. That was part of it.
Guys, look at the division and look at the opportunity. The Yankees aren't that good.
Yes.
The Rays are not that good of a team either.
Are you going to tell me that the Yankees and the Jays meet up in the playoffs for a 5-game series and the Jays beat them?
I put our roster over them, not our rotation. Look at
when you have to play Garrett Cole
got in their rotation.
Twice?
Jordan Montgomery's been nasty.
It's Cole and then Scrubs.
And then Severino comes up. Doesn't come up.
If he can stay healthy,
good. That's 4
You're
more.
You're naming guys who I'm not really scared of other than Garrett Cole.
We have You're not scared of them. Doesn't mean they're not better than every guy we have.
Look how good the Yankees have been before. How the Red Sox. Are we scared of the Red Sox?
So we say...
Yeah, I would probably take the Red Sox.
Say the Blue Jays go into Yankee Stadium. We throw out our shitty 3 left-handed pitchers against a full right-handed lineup.
Ryu isn't shitty.
No, okay. Matt's...
Come on.
Robbie Ray, if he reverts back to what we know Robbie Ray as, and all those fucking other guys. You're going to trust them?
That's why I'm saying we're going to trade for an SP2 or SP1.
Yeah,
that's what I think we're going to do.
Kyle Gibson.
Someone is going to come in and they're going to trade.
Jeremy.
Look at our lineup.
Yeah.
Look at our lineup.
Yes, it's good. It's going to be so much better in 2 years, though. Like,
who do you think we have to trade away to get starting?
We haven't even put Springer in this lineup yet. We haven't even put Springer in this lineup.
Yes, they're also moving out of Dunedin.
We're talking about the rotation.
Yes.
We're talking about the.
But the point is that our lineup is good enough to be playoff contender.
If the other team is going to score more runs than the Blue Jays every game, you lose, Jeremy. You need to stop.
So we're going to trust in a rookie to come in and pitch us how many innings, and when are we going to have innings limits on them when it comes playoffs? So now we're just becoming.
We're not going to make the playoffs.
Why do you
I'm on Jeremy's side wholehearted.
Because they're not good.
You do realize that we're 500. We just lost 6 games in a row.
Because this is like reverting
Why do you
back.
think?
Because the rotation sucks ass. We can't pitch.
And let's rely on our rookie, who's our future.
We've seen.
Come on, that's putting a lot of pressure on us.
We've seen what this rotation can do.
Avery, this isn't the NFL.
It can't fucking work.
It's not where talent is the only thing you worry about. It's
he's like your baby. You wait until it's the right time.
Prospects.
How old is Alek Manoah? 24 years old. You're gonna wait for a 24-year-old.
It's not about his age. It's about how many starts he has.
Oh my god!
All right, next question.
This could go. You get in the Discord with the boys. I wish I was in front of the camera so that Avery doesn't feel like he's being.
It's fine, dude. I won't listen to what they say.
I mean, you're saying you bring him up, but we're not a playoff team. I don't understand that.
Well,
what?
He's gonna help. He's a great pitcher.
Why bring him up if you think we're not a playoff team? That makes no sense.
Because you get a guy going early.
Yeah,
that makes no sense.
The Jays aren't gonna make the playoffs.
If they're gonna bring him up, it's to make the playoffs.
The Jays aren't gonna make the playoffs. But we need to rush Manoah.
Yeah,
he's not rushing him. He is not getting any better pitching in AAA.
That doesn't make sense.
It's about the upside. There's tons of upside.
We've seen what this rotation could do. I want the Jays to make the playoffs. With the roster we have right now, without Alek Manoah, we don't have a chance. We can't pitch.
What's the upside of Ross Stripling and Trent
Trent Thornton? You guys are contradicting yourselves. You're saying that we won't make the playoffs, but let's bring Manoah up because our pitching's bad.
Because if he pitches,
you make no sense, Avery.
How does that not make sense?
Because why would we?
So we cannot pitch. So let's bring up our top pitching prospect so this team can be better to make the playoffs.
No, but you're saying we won't. No, you guys were gung ho on not making the playoffs.
This lineup is fucking amazing. We can't pitch. We won't make the playoffs.
That's not what you guys said. You said we're not making the playoffs
because of the pitching.
And Manoah's going to save us.
He can only help. No, he's not going to hurt us more than fucking Trent Thornton is.
He can help us, but it's too early.
T-Mac, next question.
Jesus.
Agree to disagree, gentlemen.
Okay, go.
All right, Keston Hiura's back in the majors.
Who cares?
I love Keston Hiura.
I mean, I'd have to see like his first 2 weeks, but
okay, he went 1 for 3 in his first game back
with 2 strikeouts.
2 strikeouts.
How did he do at the alternate site?
He didn't go to the alternate site. He went AAA.
How did he do there?
He raked. He was gross.
I'd give him if he's on my Uber, I'm giving him a shot.
No
I'm
shit.
picking him up and I'm seeing what he's got.
A second baseman with like power potential, and he had like 20 steals that 1 year. He was really good.
Yeah, no, but he's definitely got speed. He's got power,
and like he's got second base eligibility probably in your league.
Yeah.
I'm not spending like a ton of fab on him, but I mean,
I'm with Jeremy on waiting to pick him up until
I would. I
mean, he's gonna be gone.
People are obsessed with him.
People have
been obsessed with him all year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but like if he plays like shit, like I don't think they're gonna send him down again. I really don't. I think he's here to stay.
You only have a certain amount of options, don't you? So
yeah,
you can't be really keep sending this guy down. He needs to figure it out sometime.
Yeah, he needs to figure it out.
I'm probably just sour because I had him and then let him go.
Yeah, a lot of fantasy owners draft him early.
All right, Jays are moving to Buffalo. Is there anything that changes fantasy wise with them because of it?
So
I'm just tired of this shit with the Buffalo and Florida and how we're not playing in Toronto. But that's the sign.
It was there yesterday.
I mean, their park factor, they're playing as the best park to play in baseball right now. And obviously, Vlad's OPS is fucking out the ass. He's hitting 400.
So the big changes are the weather and then the park, right? So we're going to have cooler weather and a bigger park.
So they were like the 9th best park factor when they were in Buffalo last year. But I was listening to people say like it takes a couple years for you to really know what the real park factor is. It was the same span. It was like 2 months last year. We've played 2 months so far in Dunedin. And Dunedin's been fucking amazing. But everyone hates it there. So.
Yeah, it seemed like Marcus Semien came out and made those like he's not really. I know he's a veteran and like, but dude, it's his first year with the Jays. Someone else should be talking.
Who else on the team would you have? Like Bo's not saying that, Vlad's not saying that.
Semien's kind of the leader of the team.
Yeah, I guess if you look at I guess he pretty much said like
Ryu can't speak English very well, so like he was a guy who would
Grichuk is probably I would say a leader.
A guy who's going to start on the bench. Yeah.
Great leader, I mean he does start guys. He's been great.
He's the highest paid player, I guess.
Really good.
And he's also 100% a leader on the team. Semien's been here for like the start of this year and he's making those comments, buddy, he didn't even play last year. He shouldn't be making those comments. I mean, he's not the guy in the team.
They weren't egregious comments there.
Well, no, he pretty much said this is dog shit. That's what he said. He said this is dog shit and I like living in Tampa. That's it. Which is, I agree with him. I do think it's a disgrace. But no, I think that I agree with him in the sense that the Jays are kind of getting shafted, but there's no other option.
All right.
Next question.
I shouldn't even ask that question. That took up time.
Do we even answer anything from the fantasy perspective here, Joe?
Fantasy perspective,
I don't think there's a big difference. I think that
we can't really
less runs, maybe.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of runs scored last year in Buffalo. Right?
Yeah.
The pitchers will do slightly better. The hitters will do slightly worse.
Yeah. It's a wait and see.
All right. Who has been your breakout player thus far in 2021?
We also had a fight on this one.
We've been disagreeing a lot. This was a big fight.
Yeah, we got a little too much sun, I think, this weekend. You know, we got back in the office and just fucking started fighting. I wanted to say Joey Wendell. I think I'm going to take... Well, because Joey Wendell sucks ass. He has sucked ass forever. And then we took him... So the question said, the person asked, like, in brackets, is like someone you drafted really late or waiver wire pickup, which is different than what we're all about to answer. So I was like, Joey Wendell...
Adolis Garcia isn't...
Sure.
Waiver wire.
But that's
he is waiver wire.
A guy that you drafted late who's been surprising, and breakout players are kind of two different things.
Yeah, way different.
So that's why I was like, my first thought was Joey Wendell. Like, we drafted him in the 29th round out of 29 rounds, and we've started him 4 weeks straight without having to worry about what Joey Wendell's doing. But we'll go breakout players instead, players who have just weren't expecting them to be as good as they are. So you go for your guy first.
Yeah, I'm going to go Jesse Winker. I think that everyone was kind of, I think it was like 2 years ago in 2019, everyone thought that this year was going to happen for him. And he's been lights out. He's been amazing. He's probably up there as like potentially top fantasy outfielder. He's battling with Acuna there. But no, I mean, this is a guy who has plenty of power. Yeah. Top of the order for the Reds. Like, there's not much to say. I mean,
on base percentage is wild.
Yeah, on base percentage, he's always been great on base percentage.
Over his last 162 games, I saw Chris Clegg too. Great guy, Chris Clegg. Shout out Chris Clegg. He was like 38 home runs and like 78 RBIs over his last 162. So that's crazy. Good pace.
Yeah, he had a great, I believe. Yeah, like you said.
But hitting leadoff, that's why you're not going to get so many RBIs.
Yeah, that's what I don't really like. But then again, like that on base percentage is
it's going to help you score runs.
Yeah,
he's a run and home run machine.
Yeah. So Jesse Winker would be my sort of breakout player this year.
All right, Drew, your guy.
My guy is Carlos Rodon. Drafted the last pick in all my drafts. Finally, like we said the other day, the draft pedigree has become fantasy pedigree, and it's just on fire. It's not stopping anytime soon. And with the last pick in your drafts, you got pretty much a top 5 player this year.
I'm going Trevor Rogers, my guy. My undervalued
it's a great pick.
Starting pitcher at the start of the year. If you guys listen to me, you're reaping the rewards right now with Trevor Rogers. Is it a guy I'd sell high on? Probably right now. But he's broken out. He's done everything that we've asked him to do so far. So I'm just happy to have Trevor Rogers on some of my teams.
He was definitely one of those guys that if you read a bunch of articles and stuff, like the analytics showed that he was going to break out. So it's cool to show that the analytics show that sometimes bad pitchers can become really good pitchers really quickly.
And it was a rookie year before weird seasons, but no, Trevor Rogers has been good.
Absolutely.
Next question. T-Mac, do you have a guy actually?
Don't do this to me. I'll do it for the next question. Which player do you wish you didn't draft?
Didn't draft. Oh, wow. We talked about DJ with someone that we drafted, Avery and I, in the second round of the FSGA League. He hasn't been very good.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't really been special, but
he's not what you wanted out of a second round pick.
No, hell no. But I would DJ. Other than that,
you had another guy.
Who'd I have?
Ian Anderson.
Yeah, Ian Anderson was someone that I took that, I don't know, they kind of thought that him and Burns were so good in 2020. It was like Ian Anderson had like, what was his ERA? It was like ridiculous in at 2020 when he pitched, but he just hasn't been great. And even I watched his full start against the Jays, like he wasn't anything special. So he's got some work to do. He's like at 98. So like he's super young, but someone that I'd probably rather take someone a little more established than Ian Anderson at that 88 ADP or something like that.
My guy, Jesus Luzardo. Yeah. He wasn't my guy. It was a guy who kind of fell into my lap at a pick, and I was trying to move him as soon as the draft ended. I wanted to move him, kind of held on to him. He's just taking up an IL spot for my team that I wish was a bench spot so I could drop him and pick up players that I actually like. I'm sure he'll be fine for me, but I didn't care for him at the start, and just hard to get on board now.
Everyone's like, I feel like everyone's waiting on him to have that breakout year.
It's probably a great buy low right now, but I like cheering for guys on my team too, and he's just a guy that I just don't really care about that much. He's just awesome in that one wild card game, though.
Yeah, he was good.
I've got Dinelson Lamet and Marcelo Zuna, a couple guys that have multiple leagues that I was really disappointed.
Holy.
Also, Luis Castillo, any shares in him were just a waste of a top 5 round pick.
Yeah,
I stayed away from Lamet.
Lamet, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, everyone was talking about
elbow injuries like right away.
Yeah, right. Like everything that people had doubts on him, like just came to life.
True. Yeah,
it was like, why is he so low? And then it was like all this news coming out, and it was like it happened, and everyone was like, oh.
The Marcelo Zuna one doesn't make any sense though. Like, why is he all of a sudden not hitting home runs?
I mean, he wasn't like amazing with the Cardinals, and then he came and had this great year with the Braves. Like crazy good year.
Yeah.
And then like there was no reason why he shouldn't have like regressed like what he's doing.
Yeah.
But
I didn't have shares of any of those guys, so I'm kind of happy.
I had Castillo in one of my leagues, which has been terrible. But
we almost took. Did we almost take Castillo in the second round?
We would have took him if he was available.
True.
Which would have been bad.
Yeah. Jack Flaherty. And we got him.
And he's been great.
Flaherty's definitely better. You have to give him that, Avery.
Yeah, he's good.
Next
question.
Clip that.
He's fine. Jack Flaherty's fine. He's the third best pitcher on his high school team, though.
I wish I didn't buy the dip on Christian Yelich. I know he's been hurt, but it's just been.
If it's a dynasty league, you want to buy the dip right now, but
it's been his back for a while, right?
Back injury.
Yeah.
Dude, just imagine like your back just being fucking hurt all the time. That's just being miserable.
Yeah, like
Tiger Woods.
How are we gonna fix this? But he's someone that he's going like late first round. Yeah, like I don't even know what to think of him.
Who said bounce back?
Who?
Sandy.
Sandy did say bounce back here.
That's what I mean. I like buying the dip. I think a lot of people were like, "Oh,
I definitely."
Yeah, I definitely. You always. The thing is, with everyone always sees like the highest of them. They see that MVP year, and they're like, "Fuck! Like if I get him at 11, he might be like number 1 outfield this year, number 1 fantasy player this year."
I think if he's healthy, he's that good, but he just can't be.
Yeah,
healthy,
he can't.
Dude.
I'm starting to think he isn't. He just isn't, even if he's healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It was crazy when he went from the Marlins. So like he was traded for like nothing, and then he was like crazy good. So
yeah.
But, all right. Next question.
Well, let's get to some roster reconstruction, shall we?
All right, we're back to everyone's favorite segment, reconstructing a roster. We got a roster. Sent it. Weird email layout. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Pretty confusing, but still pretty interesting. We'll get to it. He says categories league: hits, home runs, RBI, stolen bases, batting average, and pitching is wins, saves, strikeouts, ERA, and WHIP. So we'll get to his roster: Buster Posey, Matt Olson, Marcus Semien, Justin Turner, Dansby Swanson, Mark Canha, Charlie Blackmon, Kyle Lewis, Eric Hosmer, Eddie Rosario, Kyle Tucker, Avisail Garcia, we think, Lourdes Gurriel, Michael Conforto, Brian Hayes, Corey Seager, Brennan Lau. Fuck, I always forget
God
these.
damn it.
It's low, no?
I forget now. John Means, Matt Boyd, Alex Wood, Yusmeiro Petit, Aaron Savali, Trevor Bauer, Lance Lynn, Domingo Herman, Garrett Cole, Kenta Maeda. On first look, where are the relievers?
That's a good question. That is a good question.
So,
well, let's look at there's saves on here. Maybe you just decided to gas that category. There's some people that think that's a strategy.
Yeah, he might have just gassed.
But your one reliever being Yusmeiro Petit.
Yeah, that's a little questionable.
So he kind of this lineup is okay, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Trevor Bauer, Garrett Cole, Lance Lynn.
Like those are awesome.
Those are 3 great pitchers. John Means too.
Yeah, John Means.
He's got a great. I think that
Alex Wood breakout.
Yeah, if he's serious
maybe
about
not breakout, but just being really really good this year.
If he's serious about punting saves, just get rid of Petit.
Yeah, get him out of there.
Just get him out of there and
grab another starter.
Grab another starter at that point.
Is this a 10-team league or a 12-team league? Do you think?
If I would guess, 10-team.
Also, he has Alex Wood, who's been very good.
Yeah, for sure.
So his pitching is amazing.
His pitching is great. So I wouldn't touch that. Kenta Maeda too hasn't even been.
He's been horrible.
Yeah, so
I doubt he's come off his bench for any of his starts recently.
He can afford to wait and see here with him.
But if we look at this lineup, you have some guys who are hurt here: Gurriel, Conforto, Hayes, Seager. Lau. God, I wish I remembered these. Thanks, T-Mac. Buster Posey been an incredible performer at catcher this year, so that you're pretty happy there.
Yeah.
But Justin Turner, he's okay. What is glaring to you that needs to be fixed here?
I think that
'Cause I don't see anything.
Rosario, I would probably look to drop him because he is probably destroying his
I
batting
think
average.
what's glaring is also stolen bases. Does anyone see anybody?
Kyle Tucker, maybe, but other than that,
But that's another area you can punt on if you're going to win
You can't
every.
punt
No, he
saves
can't
and
punt both.
stolen bases.
I think you can punt both.
Like, who
No.
here is stealing bases for
I
him?
think that he should flip Rosario for someone who's
Brian Hayes, what's his stolen bases like? He's not a huge stolen
Can't
base
steal
guy.
bases on the IL.
Corey
That is
Seager's
also
on
true.
the IL. I think he needs to get some saves somewhere, so I would flip one of these, probably Justin Turner and Rosario.
The point I was
Rosario
gonna-
has been so bad that
Yeah.
he's droppable at this point.
Almost, yeah. He's been absolutely horrible.
This lineup is super heavy on home runs and super heavy on all the pitching categories but saves. So
Yes.
trade home runs away for stolen bases and
Yeah,
trade
'cause-
wins away for saves.
Because Garcia, Garcia does steal. Oh, no, that's the other Garcia.
Yeah, there's no stolen bases here at all.
There's no stolen bases here at all, so he needs to flip some guys.
It's Justin Turner is a guy you could probably trade especially before, like we said in the other episode,
Yeah.
his playing time starts to
Yeah,
come down.
before.
But you have some underperforming guys here on the bench that I think once they get healthy and they start figuring things out.
Yeah, like Corey Seager.
Lourdes Gurriel's a guy I said to buy low.
Yes.
Conforto's been okay. Brian Hayes, we haven't seen him in months. That's been tough.
He should be right. He's gonna be ready to go though when that time comes.
I think so too.
He's already starting.
I love Kyle Tucker on this team.
Yes, Kyle Tucker.
I think this guy might be a West Coast guy. If I had to guess, the amount of Oakland A's on here, I stay
Yeah,
away.
that's true.
The
There's a
fact that he has
I love Matt Olson.
The fact that he has these Mero Petit makes me think he's from California, probably. So whoever's roster this is, let us know if you're from California. I don't really see anything too glaring here. This is Dansby Swanson, a guy who's starting to get hot now too. I wouldn't really move
Swanson, he's a good replacement for Corey Seager for the time being.
Yeah.
He's got Simeon, who's been playing well.
But Hosmer is a guy I would be looking to move here, probably on this roster too.
Yeah, because Matt Olson.
Definitely one of Hosmer or one of Olsen. They're basically the same player.
I'm
in terms
picking
of categories.
Olsen still. Probably.
He could use a star outfielder in reality. He's got Kyle Tucker. Based off, he's kind of got an overload at shortstop, so Simeon you should flip right now as he's hitting well.
I just feel bad because he obviously went pitcher heavy, and then he is one of his first batters is Eddie Rosario.
Yeah,
that's just a disaster.
You can win going pitcher heavy though. It's not.
Yeah, it's not.
You got to hit those mid-round batters. You
Yeah.
can't be having Eddie Rosario on there.
I think he just needs to flip some power for some stolen base, some average hitters.
Yeah.
He needs to go average and steals, and he'll be fine.
Also,
That's it.
flip some wins for some saves if he can.
Yeah, if you can, or just punt it.
I'm-
Rather decide
I'm-
if you're going to do some saves or punt it.
Matt Boyd should not be on this roster probably.
If you could make it up to 7th or 8th in saves and still be first in wins by just punting a couple wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a ton of wins here though. I don't think.
I mean,
Bauer, Lynn, Cole, all win pitchers.
He is the Orioles, but they do win games when he pitches.
But that's fine. Not a bad roster in total.
No.
It was the way it was kind of put together was fine, but we got to do a little bit of damage control. If you're sending in your roster, you're probably not first in your league. So keep sending those rosters in. Skippers@orangebox.com. Keep sending in those questions. Join the Cord. Subscribe. Like the video. Comment. If you want to see me and Jeremy fight more, we'll fight more on Alek Manoah after start. We should live stream the start. That won't happen, but we should definitely do it. That's all I got for T-Mac, Andrew, Jeremy. I'm Avery. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you next time.